There was only one thing that was unexpected.
A little bit of surprise, only at the age. I was expecting somebody younger.
Bishop Robert Lynch says it's Pope Francis I, kind heart, warm spirit, and humble attitude that won him the election at age 76. Lynch also expressed great relief the conclave lasted less than 2 days.
Very much a relief, because it means that they quickly settled. There were no great divisions in the conclave among the 115. They were able quickly to come together on a candidate that they all agreed on. As I mentioned, a longer conclave would have said and given rise to all kinds of rumors about a divided church.
The bishop added the fact Francis I is the first non-European pope speaks volumes on where the church is headed.
It says that the church truly is universal, and that especially in this day and age with Christianity, not just our church, but Christianity on decline in Europe, it is thriving in other parts of the world, and they have an opportunity now, and they have a right to sit in the chair of Peter.
Now, there was a lot of excitement here when the announcement was made, and also a lot of tears of happiness. Right now, Bishop Robert Lynch is headed to St. Luke's, where he will lead a mass at St. Timothy's Church in a blessing for the new pope. Reporting live from St. Petersburg, I'm Serena Fazan, ABC Action News.
Serena, thank you. So just who is this new pope? What is his background, and where do some expect him to guide his faithful around the world? Our John Thomas has been looking into his background and joins us now. And John, first off, a lot of people surprised he's the first non-European pope in the modern era.
Well, that's right, Jameson. Pope Francis I, he's 76 years old. He's from Argentina. He's actually rumored to have been the runner-up. Got the second most votes back in 2005 in that papal election. Here's his background. He was born in Buenos Aires, December 17, 1936. He became the Archbishop of Buenos Aires in 1998, and then he was elevated to cardinal in 2001. Those are his basic stats, but what about his background, and how might that influence his papacy? Well, he's always been a strong voice for the poor and has always come across as humble. Living in South America, he stayed in a small apartment. He took public transit. Even on papal visits, he'd sit in the back. So many believe that humility will carry on, as will his compassion for those less fortunate. How about social issues? Well, on abortion, as might be expected, he's opposed to abortion. Homosexuality, he holds to the church's current teachings, opposing things like same-sex marriage. So for conservatives, that might be good news. For liberals, there are probably issues there. But I will point out this: as the church struggles with direction, whether to hold to its conservative stance or move towards a more progressive position, I can tell you Pope Francis has been credited with modernizing the church in Argentina, which had been the most conservative in Latin America. And one last thing, he's a Jesuit, and speaking from firsthand knowledge, having been taught by Jesuits myself, I know they're intellectuals. They are deep thinkers, and their focus or calling is to spread the word and strengthen faith by growing the mind spiritually through education. Back to you.
All right, thank you, John. Meanwhile, Latin Americans are rejoicing, hearing that the first pope from the hemisphere has been elected. Our Jacqueline Inglés is live at St. Celia Church in Clearwater with more on that. Jacqueline?
Wendy, the congregation here is predominantly Hispanic. When you walk through the doors of this church, you just have to take a look at their faces. You can see the sense of pride. Now, I was able to speak with one Puerto Rican parishioner, and she was able to explain it very simply about why this is such a landmark day for Hispanics. It's because religion is a cornerstone of the culture, and the numbers absolutely back that up. Nearly half of Catholics worldwide are Hispanic. Most come from Latin America.
We were joking and excited because I'm Hispanic and we have never had a pope from this part of the world, but very happy that God knows what he's doing.
It was really exciting. I guess no one was really expecting it, and knowing that he's from Argentina, it's really good. I think it'll be really good for all those in Latin America.
The celebration here at the church will continue on through this evening. As it happens, the lead father here, Father Quintero, it is his birthday. He told me this is the best gift he's gotten his entire life. Live in Clearwater, I'm Jacqueline Inglés, ABC Action News.
Thank you, Jacqueline.